A very big welcome to you, my dear Cancer. So the sun now is in Pisces and the moon is in your sign. And we had Neptune, Saturn conjunction in 0° Aries, and I want to pull cards from those two decks. But right now we start with your deck and you get the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, we know, is Gemini, is the language, is the bringer of information. And he's flying. He's really flying, right? He's like, that's really fast. He's the fastest of all knights. And the information is coming fast when he shows up. So observe, right, if you can catch the information. And I think that right now you are waking up to the fact that planets influence us and that energy is what he distributes, right? And in this energy, it's kind of like when things come fast, we need to be awake to catch what really the information is. So let's see what Neptune is bringing. He's bringing the Avenger. Ooh, so fast is the information about the Avenger. And since Neptune is the hanged man, right, we look first at the dark side of this archetype, and we recognize in the dark side that here is the potential to incorporate that into the light side, because the light side, of course, it's perfect, right, and it's wonderful, but it's like now you gotta combine them and recognize that there is a dark side. And so in the shadow side we resort to violence in the name of a cause, and the light side is desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. And I think this is the information that is coming quite fast to you, that you have to be vigilant now and discern, right, what is truth, what is fake. And this is really difficult because the messenger now is not as easy depicted anymore, because we have extreme lies that are out there in the world, and they are still nevertheless coming to light. And it's really interesting. It's kind of like, it's almost like there is always justice in the end, right? Sometimes it takes a longer time for justice to be there, but I think justice is here. So we look what Saturn says to all of this. And the Five of Voices is coming up. And the Five of Voices is Venus in Aquarius. Now, 0° Aries, right? 0 is the Fool, and 0 is Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius. And when Venus is in Aquarius, right, we want to be in peace. We want to recognize, as you can see, we see the olive branch here and the people sitting and meditating, right? And there is, of course, always this the mental fighting. So this is an air sign, Gemini, and Aquarius is an air sign. So the information for Neptune as the Avenger, you maybe need to really look at the information and really make sure that you know what is behind, right, or who is behind. And so here you recognize the 5 and the 3 is the 8, and it's kind of like an infinite game here in this dimension that we awaken to again and again. And the important aspect here is to recognize you face others only when you face others you can recognize that there are fightings and, you know, people letting you down and people telling you things that are not true. So you have to watch yourself. That's the only thing you can do. And it's almost like this is the mirror aspect of this card, right? Watch yourself. Watch where you recognize that there is maybe something in you that wants to believe that you can really like be this Avenger. But remember, you want to look where is there an imbalance, right, in the justice, and where is there also the righteousness that society holds, right, towards stories that we know are currently in the news, right? And so to be an Avenger, you need to know your information. And I think that's what's coming through. Otherwise, you're just going deeper into fighting. And you want to be peace. And peace stops it, right? And so understand this message very clearly, because I think it's important right now. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the Sun in Aries. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.